Yo, what is up, y'all? Dubsmind here today, and we are doing the Warriors versus Trailblazers game today. And we actually got some news, pretty chunky news here, today. Blazers game's gonna be pretty fun to watch, I think. So yeah, let's get into it. So first, Liberty agreed to hire Warriors Chris DeMarco as coach, so legendary assistant coach for our team. Been here apparently, I think it was since 2012. Been through the whole entire run with us, and he's gonna be now gone to become head coach for the New York Liberty, which is really cool though. He's getting this opportunity. Obviously, sucks to see him go, but still great for him and his opportunity. I'm just wondering if, let's see, timetable. DeMarco will be on the Warriors bench Friday night and in the near future, but will depart for the Liberty job at some point during the season. Right, that makes sense though, because the WNBA doesn't actually start for a while, and he probably doesn't have to be a coach until, they actually get players and actually have a full roster. So that's that. I'm just wondering what's gonna happen for that open assistant coach slot. I don't know if we're getting anyone like that, anyone there, but yeah, because he is a assistant, right? Yeah, so we'll see who ends up filling that spot. That'll be very interesting, because I am a super big Warriors fan, so even the assistant coaches where I'm really want to know about who's going to sign, because those factors are such important factors about a team's development and such, and I know that them and their personalities work such a huge part into the team. So I'm just very interested to see who's gonna be here as the new assistant. It's pretty cool. This says Ionescu reached out to Steph Curry during the hiring process to inquire about DeMarco. So really cool. So yeah, I hope he does well. Just wondering who's going to be in the next assistant coach position for us. This one, I was kind of just interested myself, so I looked it up. And because I remember the whole thing was where is Seth Curry? Because he was supposed to sign mid-November. And then I found this article where it stated that Mark Stein reports that Seth can sign on November 11th to keep the Warriors under the second apron, although they can wait a little longer than that to be sure. And so it's been 10 days since that day. So, I guess they're waiting for flexibility reasons. I don't know. I don't, based on any news, I haven't heard about him being around the facilities or anything like that in a team. So I don't know. Even if he does get signed soon, he might not play for a little while. I don't know. It's going to be interesting. Because the thing is, I think he'll help a lot. People are saying, oh, he's not, really a good bench player anymore. He's pretty washed or something like that, but there's a reason the Warriors were looking for him, and the thing has been so obvious in these recent games that we need three-point shooting off the bench. That's been one of the bad parts about this team right now, is the bench three-point shooting has been terrible. I think the bench production in general has not been the worst thing ever, but it's just the three-point shooting has just not really been there. And so getting someone like Seth, even DeAnthony Melton back, is going to be a huge boost to the bench. So I am very interested to see when Seth is actually going to sign, because again, apparently it's been 10 days since he could have signed with us. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, so those are the two news articles to pick up today when it comes to the Warriors stuff. And yeah, let's just move on now. So again, Trailblazers, 7 p.m. Surprising it's actually on the local network despite it being a cup game. Yeah, it's not an Amazon game like Prime Video stream, but hey, I'm not gonna complain about it or anything. But yeah, so Denny's been balling out. They have a matchup predictor crazy high, which is kind of interesting, because again, we literally lost to Trailblazers for the first loss of the season, but we're finally back home after this long homestand. And yeah, we're finally entering that part of the season where we're starting to see teams for the second time and onward. There's still going to be a lot of first timers still for a while, but we're heading towards that direction where there's a lot more of these repeat teams. So that second game against the Blazers, where the past one we literally pretty much got blown out in the last quarter of that game. I think it was somewhat close, but yeah. And then matchup predictor has us winning by a lot, which is I'm pretty surprised, but I guess maybe it's because of all these injuries. But a lot of injuries on our end too. Let's look at through here, because I don't want to just click through everything. So let's just go here. So Shannon Sharp's out. Yeah, he's out for a game. Same with Drew. Robert Williams might play. Jeremy Grant will play, which kind of is annoying because he was one of the guys that cooked us. And then Scoot has still been out for a while. Oh, yeah, right. Blake Wesley. Okay, he's out for a while. Thibel's out for a while too. and Dame, obviously. So it's kind of funny. He won't be back on the court for the 25-26. He says he made clear during an interview with YouTube influencer Speed. The fact that it's on like an official ESPN thing is kind of hilarious. But yeah, let's get to the Warriors. Buddy Hield probable. Kuminga's still out. Like, it's kind of sucky that he's been out for so much. Like, not because like, oh, I hate him or anything. No, it's just like, it's just so sad that he's out for so long, because like he was playing so well. Like, I know right before the injury he was playing bad, and I would assume that's probably due to like the knee still kind of affecting him. It kind of sucks that he's been playing so well and then suddenly he's now injured now for such a long time now. Hopefully he's back soon. Apparently the estimated return date for him by ESPN is the 24th, so in a little bit, but I don't know. I'm not gonna be too hopeful about it just for now. Keep my expectations low. Draymond, Jimmy probable, and Melton will be reevaluated in 10 days, but it's the 21st now, so it's gonna be 8 days. But yeah, so we're gonna have the general team available. You know, nothing too surprising. Trailblazers will be out a lot of people, so we better take this opportunity and make sure we, you know, build up wins as much as we can. Yeah, I don't think there's anything to check on ESPN for now. I mean, it's a cup game, but whatever, I don't really care. Yeah, they're on a 4-game losing streak, though. These 2 games have been pretty close. But yeah, let's go check the past game, obviously. So yeah, I mean, it was a pretty close game for a little bit, but then let's see. So this was a game where Steph played really good, Jimmy played pretty bad. Well, not bad, it's not bad, but it's kind of passive. We just didn't have much bench production because no one scored double-digit points, which was the issue for these past 2 games too. Also, I mean, even the Spurs game too, it was just not that important because again, Steph went crazy, but the bench production has not been ideal. Like, the thing is, like, I still trust these players because I know they're players capable of producing, but it's just just has not been there though right now. I'm just gonna hope and bet that it's a slump thing. So then they had Drew, Denny. So I mean, it's pretty much the same team besides Drew, I think. I guess Blake Wesley too, but he didn't play that well the game that he played against us, and Matisse. But okay, Matisse did play well though, so those 2 guys are going to be out for them too, so yeah. And then Robert Williams probably back. But I think we should have a good chance just because this was an away game, and it seems like we're really struggling on the road right now. And, you know, with this being a home game today, we should be fine. But also Drew not being there, Drew Holiday not being there is going to be super big because they're not going to have the best defenders ever. Well, actually, that's not true because they have Denny and Toumani Camara, but they don't have a good guard defender for Steph, so hopefully he can go crazy. I mean, the thing is, that's the crazy part is even with Drew, he played so well in this game. But again, let's see, turnovers. Yeah, 25 turnovers. We cannot do that. So that's definitely one thing to keep an eye out for. No one was in really foul trouble here. It's nothing crazy. Obviously, in the starting lineup is going to be different, so we'll see how well this starting lineup, the new one that we've been using, is going to play against the Trailblazers. Because we really haven't actually gone that much games with the new starting lineup, because we started to use the one with Will in the lineup from the start of the Spurs series, back-to-back series, right? So it's been 3 games, right? Because then Miami, everyone was out, so it's only been a 3-game sample size, so we you know, I think it's a good lineup. Just got to keep on playing in and just see if they can gel well again. So yeah, I still have good hopes of winning this game. It's just like, man, just this team did beat us before, so I was like, so I'm just hoping. I think a bench production night gotta happen today, or else it's gonna be looking much more dire for this rest of the season. Because yeah, we got Jeremy Grant 22 off the bench, so if he does play, gotta lock him down too. Chris Murray played well. Matisse is going to be out, so obviously that's some losing of scoring there. Same with Drew. I mean, he dished it out too, the double-double, so I think just holding down Jeremy Grant's going to be important because he is like their most like valuable off-the-bench scorer, but also like a burst of scoring. Because like, I know Denny averages a crazy amount right now, but it's just like, well, he's the #1 for their team right now, so I'm not really worried about them, really. I am more so on the fence about like worrying about the bench players of teams. So yeah, I think gonna be the X factor of the game is gonna be probably, I want to say Will, because he hasn't been playing bad, but I think he's been pretty passive on the offensive end recently, and I do kind of want to see him score more and do a lot of more like things. So I think Will gotta be the X factor. His defense on probably is gonna match up with someone like Denny Avdia, especially if Drew's not playing, and they're gonna play a little smaller too, maybe. I don't know who their point guard is after Drew and, you know, Scoot being out and Damian Lillard being out. I don't know who's really playing point for them, but I think he's going to see a lot of matchups with Denny, so obviously Will is going to be important for that. And I just want to see him shoot more threes, man. He has not been shooting the ball in general, really, I think pretty recently, so let's just check. In New Orleans game, he did shoot, but yeah. The last 2 games, though, he's only shot 5 times total in these past 2 games, and I get that there's such opportune situations for him to shoot, and he picks and chooses spots a lot, make sure he shoots good shots, which is nice to have. But again, I think he needs to be a little bit more confident and shoot more, especially against the Heat. It was just very interesting to see him not try to shoot the ball as much. He ended up with a donut, so I'm trying to see if he can play much better. And yeah, I think that's going to be it for this video, though. So yeah, I think we're going to have a good, you know, game today, though. I am pretty confident in this team ability to win this game, but yeah, hoping Will just plays much more better. And yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.